doing a few little things. This is Monday, and I'm just doing a few little things to keep from having to do everything at one time. So I'm going to move my coffee cups from over there to this cabinet behind me. First I have to move some glasses around in this cabinet, so I thought I'd just bring you with me. All right, sorry for the way I look. It's Monday, inauguration day. We got up, got dressed, went to my daughter's for lunch and watched the inauguration with them, and then we came home, and now I'm just doing little things. So I just thought I'd bring you along. Sorry again about my voice. I still don't have it back normal, but I can talk. And my husband's like, oh, I can hear you now. It's okay. It's okay. He likes to hear me whether he mentions it or not. Okay, so stay with me. We're going to get the mugs from here and put them over here, but first we're going to clean this up over here because I've got glasses here. My refrigerator's right beside it, so I want to keep my glasses here. So I'm going to rearrange. I may have to put some more things out in the garage in that box that I put all the other mugs in, because I have to show you I've got 3 new mugs for Christmas, and actually just 2 for Christmas. Let me take that back. Got 1 for Christmas. A friend gave me one just because, and I got another one yesterday from a friend because she loves me. That's what she said. So thank you for my sons, for my friend Nita's, and my friend Nancy. I'm so happy to have them. But anyway, this is why I look like I do. I'm not washing my hair today. I had nowhere to go. I'm gonna get this done. Let's do it. No, I don't need all these. Do I want to get rid of them? Probably not. Some of them are special, some of them are not. But the only thing we're going to concentrate on today is this bottom. Keeping the ones that we use daily. Let's just take these down and see what happens. I don't know. Okay, clean that one side out. We're going to save the rest till later because I don't know how many I'm going to keep, and what I do keep, I've got to make sure they all fit up here because it's the only place I have in here to put them. I have, excuse me, I have decluttered my kitchen not that long ago, and I didn't get rid of anything up here, obviously. So what we're going to do is just put not all of our favorite mugs, but part of them, and then we'll switch them back and forth. I know that seems really, really silly to some people. We just happen to love coffee mugs. We love coffee, we love coffee mugs, and all of the ones that we have are special. Either someone gave them to us or we bought them for a reason. I mean, to have a memory of something, I don't know. But we have a lot of mugs. Like I showed you the other day, I put a big old box of mugs out in the garage on the shelf. There's a little more room in that, so I may have to take a few out. But right now, the ones that I didn't put up that I'm not putting over here, I left over there. If we decide we want to switch them out, I know that seems silly, but it's just something that I love to do. I love to use certain mugs, and it's just what I do, and it's what I'm going to do. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and put these away, and I'll show you some of these. These are mine, some of my favorites, not all of them. This was bought for me from my stepson when he went to Disney World, so that's a very special one for me. And this is one that one of my grandchildren bought me. TGIF. This Grandma's Fabulous. Don't know if he still feels that way. He's older now. And this is one of my new ones from Christmas that I got from my son. And it has song verses on it. praise and worship song verses. My son said he saw this and he knew I would love it, and he's so right. It's just it's a big mug, and I love it. And there's something about coffee, drinking coffee. It's not just the coffee. First of all, to me, it's who you have it with, who you drink it with. And me, I drink it with my husband, and it makes it special. If he was out of town, or mostly if he's been in the hospital in the last 2 years, I didn't drink coffee when he was gone. It wasn't the same without him. So I love to hold there's something about holding the coffee cup. I can't explain it. Anybody out there feel this way other than me? If you do, put it in the comments and tell me what you think. You know, I know I've had people think, oh, that's kind of weird. It is weird, but that's me. And it's just things I love. I just love this mug. And I love to look at the songs that's on it, and I'll start singing the ones I know. There's a couple that I don't know, but most every single one. And here's one of the ones I saw first. He lives. And he does. He lives. He lives within my heart. Okay, so we're going to put this one up here. That's a big one, and we'll put it over there. This is a brand new one that I just got yesterday. I looked at this, I saw this on Facebook, but all I saw was the picture. There wasn't anywhere that I could find that you could purchase this. I mean, silly me, as much as I use Etsy with my sewing, you would think that I would have thought to look on Etsy, but I did not. But and I'm not sure where she found this. I think it was Etsy. But anyway, my friend saw it. She sent me a text, and she says, pick out the one you want. She says, just because I love you. That's a friend. How much I appreciate that, Nancy. I love it. I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to use it probably tonight. And there will be many days I'll be in my sewing room, and this mug will be one of the ones I take up. And not only this one, look at this. Look at that colorful mug. Does that not make you happy when you look at it? First, all the colors, and then that beautiful sewing machine. I love to sew, and I love to create, and I just love to play, and I just love to sew. So that really makes me happy when I look at this. And this also was from a very sweet friend that said that she appreciates me and she loves me. Every time I look at this mug, I'll pray for Nita. And every time I look at this mug, I'll pray for Nancy. And every time I look at this mug, I'll pray for my son. And every time I look at the grandma mug, I pray for my grandson that got it for me. And every time I pray, use the one from Disney World for my stepson, I pray for him. So that's another reason I love my mugs. So those are my mugs that I am going to put here for now. I may change them out later on. Right now, this is the way it's going to be. This is one of my husband's favorite mugs. He loves the size of it, but he loves what it says. We love our grandchildren. We wish we could see them more. We wish they would come around more. We wish we could see them bust through that front door and say, Nana, what you got to eat? But anyway, we love our grandchildren. And so this is very special to him. And it's special to me because they got it for him. And then I think my granddaughter, the sister of the one that got me the grandma mug, I think she got this one. Or it could be vice versa. Benjamin got one, Juliana got one. I don't know if this is the right one or not. This is Amazing Grandpa. And he loves this mug. He loves this mug. And look on the side. So that one stays up. We always use this one. Or he does. He found this, I think, in a thrift store. I can't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure that's where he got it from. And he bought that for himself. Thankful and blessed. That means a lot to me that he bought that for himself. He's obviously thankful and feels blessed. And he is both. Okay. Then his children, when they were younger, got him this one. He's had this one a while. Dad, Mr. Fix-It. He has 3 children. And I have 3 children. And this is one they gave him years ago when they were very little. Bestest Daddy. I don't know who created this. I think it's so sweet. But it looks like it was made by a child. Whether it really was or not, it looks like it. And I just love it. And he does too. He really loves this mug. And then, buddy, if you're watching, do you remember giving this to Scott? Do you realize that he gives this to me to drink out of? He thinks that that this should mean this is for me. I keep telling him, buddy meant that for you. I mean that for you. So anyway, that gets used a lot, usually by me, because that's what he brings me coffee in. By the way, our family room, as you already know, if you've watched any of my videos, is upstairs. We call it the loft. And every morning, since he's gotten well from his surgery, and before that, before he had his surgery, he comes downstairs in the morning when we get up. He takes the dogs outside. He comes back in, makes the coffee. And you know, the Bible says the men should make the coffee because, you know, Hebrews. I know that's a joke. Anyway, he does make the coffee. And he makes his toast that he's going to have every morning, puts it on a tray, brings it upstairs. By that time, I've got the bed made. Most of the time I'm dressed, not every time. I'm usually just in my nightgown and sitting in my recliner. By the time he gets there, the dogs are back in. They're upstairs waiting for him to come in. They're so programmed as to what we do. And he brings my coffee up too. And so when he brings this up, I just look at it and go, okay, that works. And we have coffee together. And once he finishes his toast, we do our Bible reading together and have our prayer together every morning, 5 days a week. We're doing a 5-day read through the Bible plan with our church. This is the 6th year, and this is the first year that he and I are doing it together, and it makes it so much better when your husband does it with you, and we have things to discuss, and we can talk, and we pray together. Such a blessing, such a blessing. I tell him all the time how much it means to me that he is doing this with me. So that makes a happy wife. And that's all the ones that I brought over, which is more than we need, because we don't have just 1 cup a day. We have sometimes several. Today we had 2 cups. Hold on a second. There's one more I want to show you. Okay. These I purchased from Amazon. It was 2 for $19.99 or something. Insulated. At the top, it has right here where you can open and close right there. That's open. Yeah, that's open. And then you can close it. It keeps it hotter. We were talking about, because we would get our coffee and we would talk and things like that, and our coffee would get so cold, and I'm like, I'm going to get us some insulated cups. Now we have some insulated cups that are big, you know, for cold or hot, and they work, but we only, most every morning we drink 1 cup of coffee. Now sometimes we drink 2, like today we drank 2. It just depends on his mood, and I just drink it if he makes it, because I don't mind at all. And so these were very reasonable, and they work. I mean, I don't like cold coffee. I like iced coffee. If I intend to have cold coffee, that's what I want. But I like my hot coffee to stay hot. And this stays hot until I finish. So we use these a whole lot. And, but then we might, later in the day, in the afternoon, we might think, yeah, you want a cup of coffee, especially in the winter. So we'll have another cup of coffee. Then that night, we'll be going up to watch TV upstairs, and I'll say, how about a cup of coffee? And we'll have a cup of coffee. So we use our other mugs here. So anyway, we have a system. Everybody has their own system. They have their own little quirks. They have their own little routines and habits and things like that, and that's okay. You know, I love drinking coffee with my husband, and I tell him that a lot, that it's not the coffee, it's who I'm drinking it with. So think about that, you know, and tell me in the comments some of your routines or habits that you and your husband have, or that you have, or whatever. Just mention it in the comments and let me hear what you have to say or do. Now I've got to get these two up here. Not a problem. I can put it right here, and I'll get the other one. I had just washed them, so I have to dry it, and I'll get it over here. So that takes care of when he makes the coffee in the morning. Now we have a regular drip coffee maker, and then we have the Keurig, and we use both, but mostly we use the one, we buy the big tub of however many pounds it is of, we either use Folgers, we use Maxwell House, we use Community Coffee, I've used 8 o'clock coffee. Those are my 4 favorite coffees. And we usually get the one that's on sale because we like them all. Get them on sale, save a few dollars. And the Keurig gets used a lot this time of year when my grandkids, when they come over, and I have hot chocolate for them, and they can get their own hot chocolate and stuff, especially at Christmas. They come at least one time at Christmas. And there's my dog. She heard something. She probably heard me, Mila. So anyway, we use the Keurig sometimes at night when we want coffee, and we just don't want to make a pot of coffee. We just use our Keurig. So anyway, that's our coffee routine. So again, tell me yours. Tell me if you like coffee or if you don't like coffee, or just tell me your routine. I'd love to hear it. Get to know you a little better. Okay, so this is all I'm going to do in the kitchen, I think. I mean, everything is clean in the kitchen, so I don't have any, but I've got to cook. Well, I think my husband said he wanted cream of chicken soup for dinner. That's opening a can. And a sandwich, probably a grilled cheese. And so I'll fix that for him, and then I'm not really hungry, and I don't know if I'll be hungry for dinner. I ate lunch at my daughter's. I don't usually eat lunch, I only eat dinner, not because of my way of eating. It's just the way I eat. I've been doing it for years, and it's just become a habit, and I'm good with eating once a day. Now, if I get hungry during the day, I'll have something. Whether if I wake up in the morning hungry, which I normally don't, I will maybe have a breakfast, eggs, bacon, sausage, one or the other. And at lunch, if I'm hungry, I'll eat something dairy or some meat, because I am still doing carnivore. And probably will do it the rest of my life. Now, I'll save all that for another video or for another segment or something. I don't need to get into that. But anyway, so anyway, I'm going to find out. I know what he wants for dinner, so I'm going to fix that. And it's not quite time. We usually eat early. We used to make fun of older people when they would eat at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, 5:30. We were like, how can you eat so early? Guess what? Now we do it. Usually I'm cooking, depending on what I'm cooking, I start cooking at 5 o'clock. And by 5:30, usually we're ready. But if it's a longer meal that takes longer to prepare, I start at 4:30. We still eat by 5:30. So anyway, that's just what we do. That's what we do. I don't know, maybe it's when you get older, it just, I don't know. We don't work. Neither one of us work. So we have all the time we want, and we can do it whenever we want to, and we don't have to answer to anybody, and it's great. So that's what we do. Okay. All right. That's all for this part. I'm sure that I'm going to come back with some more things, but right now, this is done. Good enough for today. He's going to be so shocked when he opens this and realizes he doesn't have to go over there to get the cups. I know it's not that far. The kitchen is so small. It's right there. It's not so small. It's not big. but he'll probably walk over there and get them because those others are still there that I haven't put away yet. Yeah, I'll tell him, but he'll probably forget. Maybe I'll put him a note right here. I'll put him a note right here so when he starts to make the coffee, cups right here. Okay, well, leave me a comment and tell me your routine. I'll be back in a little bit.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see.